What's up? It's Curry Spice back with another video. And I know that I've done a episode where I discussed my nose jewelry, my septum jewelry. So it only makes sense that I talk about my tattoos. So let's get started. So, I'm getting undressed for you guys. Okay, this is one. My daughter, Erin. I call her Erin Madison, but we call her Erin for short. Then my other daughter, her name is Odyssey. Odyssey, as in 2001, A Space Odyssey. And then I have a tattoo that I got this for Halloween. It's like a double-headed bird. Hold on. It's a double-headed bird. I think you can see it, yeah. It's a double-headed bird. It's one of my favorite tattoos. Most inexpensive tattoo that I have. I got it on Halloween, and I think it was like no more than $30. It was either 13 or 30, one of those. It's one of my favorite tattoos. Another favorite tattoo I have is this one right here. I like to call it henna. I like to call it a henna tattoo. So I've always been obsessed with henna. Always been obsessed with it. But the thing about henna that I didn't like is I didn't like how henna is so temporary. Because I will want my tattoo to last more than 2 to 3 weeks. So instead, I took this design, made sure it was a design that I would be in love with for the rest of my life. And I made it into a permanent henna. So that's what this is. And I love it. I only have it on one shoulder. I was contemplating whether I should get it on both shoulders. But I think there's something sexy about the one shoulder type deal. But I mean, there's something sexy about 2 shoulders as well. Now, I know I get a lot of questions about this tattoo. It's my very first tattoo ever. It's the Disney logo with a shooting star above it. And it's a purple shooting star, which you can't really see the purple because my complexion is so dark. But I just always loved the font, the Disney font. And that was the only reason why I got it. And it wasn't really a significant enough reason to get a tattoo because it's not like I was ever a Disney fan in that way. So it was one of my kind of like a controversial kind of tattoo. Like, why would you get a Disney tattoo of a logo if you're not even a fan of Disney? But I don't know. I mean, it was my very first tattoo. I wanted a tattoo, and I got it. Would I ever cover it up? There was times where I was thinking about it. But that's not necessarily to say that I regret getting the tattoo. But I don't know. There were times where I did think about covering it up. But I've come to terms with it, which is so weird to say because I was considering covering it up. But if I never get the cover up, I'm fine with that. But there were times where I had thought about the cover up. But I had to learn to make peace with my tattoos because it's a commitment. Once you get it, that's it. unless you cover it up or get a laser tattoo removal, which I hear is even more painful than getting the actual tattoo. So I really wouldn't want to put myself through that. And then there's also scarring involved, and that's pretty much what a tattoo is like scarring. But it's just, I don't know. I'd rather just keep the tattoo than have to go through all of that. And I would never get any of my tattoos removed. I would only get I would get it covered up before I get it removed. But if there was any tattoo on me that I would get covered up, it probably would be the Disney tattoo. But like I said, for the most part, I'm very happy with the tattoos that I have. Sometimes when I think about the cover up, I'm thinking of placement and how another tattoo would look even better over it than the Disney with the mandala or henna kind of style here. But yeah, so let me show you another one. It's one of my biggest pieces. I like to call this a henna flower. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's another one of my favorite tattoos right there. I love it. So I saw an idea for this on Pinterest, and I loved it so much. I contemplated for a year and a half to make sure that I wanted that tattoo, or wanted it as a tattoo. And it's not complete, because I'm gonna get another part of it. There was actually an octopus that comes with it, but I didn't get that yet. So I'm contemplating if I want the octopus with it, as I saw in the Pinterest photo, or if I want something else with it. Because I actually want like a half a sleeve. But since I'm modeling right now, I have to kind of weigh it, because my image in modeling is everything. They might not want me to be all tatted up. If I have like a few in certain areas and it's passable, like I think right now might be passable, but if I get any more, then I'll be pushing it. So I'm thinking about that. Thinking about I'm weighing that into consideration as far as my image. So another tattoo. I have wings on my back. They're kind of like, this back in my days when I was really loving Nicole Richie. I was loving her to death. And I saw she had wings on her back like that, and I wanted them too. So it feels like a cat scratch. Feels like a cat scratch. The most painful part of the tattoo experience is, I would say, the aftercare. Because it's kind of throbbing a little bit. It's like itching. That's the part where it starts to get annoying. I think the only time when the actual tattoo, the actual needle is touching your skin where it gets unsettling is if you're getting a tattoo in an area that's not meaty, where there's like, if you're getting a tattoo on a bony area, then yeah, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the pain more than if the tattoo was gonna be placed on a meaty area. So that's like stuff to think about, because people always ask me like, you know, does it hurt? But yeah. And then also, I think some other people get afraid of getting an STD, like they're afraid of getting AIDS from a tattoo. And the only way you can get that is if it's from an infected, used needle. If you open up a clean pack of you know, a clean pack where the needle came out of, then there's no threat to your health, because the needle has never been used. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions for me, or like, tell me how many tattoos you have. Or if you don't have any tattoos, tell me, if you were to get a tattoo, what would the tattoo be of? Or if you're against tattoos, which I would be confused as to why you'd be watching this video in the first place. Like, why are you against tattoos? Like, why? Like, why do you not want a tattoo for yourself? Or if you're the kind of person who admires tattoos on other people, but you just don't want it on yourself, why is that? So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know. And I'm looking forward to spicing up your life one episode at a time, as always. And take care. Bye. Okay, so just like a quick note, there's a couple of things I forgot to mention. The double-headed bird is actually covering up a scar. Can't remember how I got the scar. Maybe it was related to cooking. I'm not sure, but yeah, so that's a little fun fact. And then also the tattoos on my wrist of my daughter's names is also a homage to Nicole Richie, as in terms of the placement and the font, because on Nicole Richie's right arm, her tattoo has the same font, but her tattoo says Virgin. The tattoo on my right arm says Aaron. So I did that on purpose. And then lastly, the other thing I want to mention is about the pricing of the tattoos. So I usually go like a name your own price kind of deal. So it was, majority of my tattoos was from one tattoo artist. The Disney tattoo was from Hard Look Tattoos in Inglewood, California, whereas the rest of the tattoos were from an artist named Jovan De Leon, and I believe he used to work in Venice, California, but now he relocated to a different location. So if you want more information on that, just comment in the description box down below, and I will do what I can to find that information for you. If you live in the Southern California area, of course. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I usually would get my tattoos in bulk. So what that means is I would get more than one tattoo in a sitting. So preferably. So I think 3 or 4 of my tattoos I got all on the same day. So it was like that kind of deal. Because it's like cheaper in price if you do it like that. So I think when I did that last time, it costed $200 for the 2 names on my wrist, plus the wings on my back, also the tattoo on my neck. But the shoulder piece and also the one on my arm, I believe, was 2 separate sessions. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. Okay, I hope I covered everything, but if I didn't, just ask me a question down below and I will do my best to get your questions answered, okay?